Yo, what's happening, people? Okay, we are live right now, live from the village right now. It is 8:49 in the PM right now. It is the 27th of October, 2022 right now. We're about to play Overwatch 2 right now. I'm in London, England right now. Wagwan, people, Wagwan. Okay, let me switch over to this screen. Let me chat for a little bit. Okay, so it is Thursday evening. You know, that is actually quite loud, you know. 1 second. I think I need to make a few adjustments because that is really loud. If you could hear it. That is actually quite loud. Okay, let me drop that down a bit. That should be like 4 maybe. Okay. Alright, what's going on? Let me okay, there we go. That should be, yeah. I think certain sounds got resetted. So that came out a little bit too loud. I might have to reset. Oh, yeah. Certain sounds got resetted back to their default, and I have to reset them back to the way I want them. So I guess that's happened. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, playing Overwatch 2 today. It is Thursday. So yeah, I've been playing Overwatch 2 for the past few weeks. It's a pretty cool game. I liked Overwatch. I liked Overwatch 2. It's the same game, just with a few new maps and some new characters. I said this before, they never needed to make a whole new game. They just need to update the original, and it's pretty much what they did, but they also slapped a 2 on the end. So here we go, Overwatch 2. But anyway, let's get into this. So let me switch over to this screen. And I'm gonna have to redo that. Okay. There's a few things I'm gonna have to reset, but hey, I'll get to that eventually, maybe, if I remember. But anyway, here we go. All right, so that should be showing. There we go. That should be showing up. Let's hit the play button. I'm gonna stick with unranked for the minute. Support or let's go with all. See what shows up. So there's a few characters that I like. You know, I think there's a support. I got a character. I got a hero in support, damage, and tank that I like to play as. There's a few different characters I like to play as, but I think there's certain ones that I like to play as the most. I was actually thinking this the other day though. Like, I've been playing Overwatch since, well, Overwatch, right? And I know there's a story that they put out behind the characters, which I've looked into just a tiny little bit. Not enough to like remember what actually happened. I remember looking at some basic stuff, and it's like a web series and all that sort of things they do with a story. But I was just thinking, because I was watching Arcane, which is based on League of Legends, where that delves into like the story and whatever and blah blah blah, and the lore and the depth and this, that, and the other. Oh, I was already. If they was to make a Overwatch version of Arcane, I'm pretty sure I'd have no clue as to what's going on. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure I'd understand in terms of it being a show and telling the story, but in terms of like me looking at this and saying, oh, that's where it links up with the game character, that's where it looks at me this, I'd have no idea. I have not looked at the story of Overwatch that much. Okay, so we're playing as support, and I'm going to play as Kiriko. Yeah, we'll stick with Kiriko. So I don't know, should I look into the story? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how depth, how detailed it is, how much depth there is, if it's even that interesting. To be honest, I'm not sure I even have time. But
Find my own path. I'll see this matter resolved.
But oh well. Anyway.
My heart is strong, and my
I gotta stay back while they're playing support, so I gotta stay back.
Mental bearing, not skill, is the sign of a mature warrior.
We've got to defend this.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. Enemy found. Preparing to engage.
Soothing your wounds. The breeze brings relief.
Okay. Ooh, some few criticals over here.
Threats defeated.
Your end is within my reach. I've got
Oh, got him.
pain is inevitable. Expect the unexpected. Be careful, Shimada.
I think I've got I know I've got a few assists. I think I've got a few actual eliminations as well. Oh, better be careful.
Meet your fate.
Gotta keep our guys alive, man.
Engaging the enemy.
Restoring back. Let the Kitsune guide you. You cannot
I'm out.
take me.
Bit wasted actually.
It's go time. Like a gentle rain. Going somewhere?
Oh. Trying to keep our guys up.
My gift to you.
Oh. Oh, mate.
Objective.
Oh, that's not what I want to do.
The strength flows anew.
Healing requested.
You lost objective. Now we've got to stop the payload. Is there a button I can press to see my stats? Oh, what am I doing? Don't do that. I'm too far behind. So
Feels like selling, huh?
oh, flipping hell, man. Couldn't find anybody to teleport on.
We've got this.
There's a critical up there, man.
Let me balance you out.
The payload has reached the checkpoint. Meet your fate. You are beaten.
This ends now. Let the Kitsune guide you.
Gosh.
It's go time. I'm impressed. The fray is upon us. Let's get back to basics. 私がついてる。Soothing your wounds.
He's running away from me, you know. I'm trying to help him out.
Your end is within my reach.
Careful, we're outnumbered.
Oof. Damn it, man.
Okay, I learned from that.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Oy. Got taken out. Hey, what's going on? Why is there no image? Oh, snap. I must have hit the wrong button. I must have hit the wrong button. Oh, it's the F1, isn't it?
Prepare to attack. Select
Okay. If I press F1, that switches. You know what? I need to. My bad. I need to amend that. That's an issue. Oh. Hotkeys.
Hey there.
Okay, there we go.
5, 4,
Wait, what's going on? Oh,
2, 1.
I've got to stick something else.
Commencing.
Someone else.
Stop the payload.
I don't know. We'll go with her.
I will not
Let's see here.
leave the broken world behind.
Okay, there. Yeah. So, F1 was a short key, a hotkey rather.
Get the payload on its way.
Where are we going? F1 was a hotkey. Alright.
The important thing is to keep learning.
Alright, well, let's clear that up. Why, what?
Not forgetting the payload, are we?
Man, they're really, like, pushing us down into the back. What's what escort this payload? And we're just hammered.
I've got meds. Who needs them?
You're powered up. Get in there. I won't let you fall.
All right.
60 seconds remaining.
Let's kick this off.
You're safe with me. Take caution. Payload forward.
Oh, flipping now. Ugh. You got like two of us, man. Damn it.
Not finished.
Let's get the payload moving.
Didn't get it, man. Didn't get it, man.
Play of the game.
You've been promoted to level 3. Alright. Cool. Got an endorsement. Cool. So, what does it mean I've been promoted to level 3? I'm on like level almost 6 at this point. What's going on?
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar. Prepare to attack.
Alright, so I'm playing damage now. Not damage, tank. Oh, who's my tank? Who's my new tank? Here we go. Junker Queen. So Junker Queen is my tank. Farah is my damage. And Kiriko is my support.
Are you lot ready for some bloodshed?
I should probably learn their stories. I don't know, maybe.
Shed the weight of your doubts, and your mind will become clear.
Alright, so
3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Escort the payload.
Major Gracie. Get on the payload.
oh yeah, that was that.
Pick up your feet, you drongos.
Oh, they got so much health. Hey, I'm stuck. Oh, flipping out. Oh, bloody junk. Had to be, isn't it? Has to be bloody junk rat.
I've got plenty of teeth left.
Alright.
Good stuff.
Alright, you know what? Oh, mate. I'm not sure what this big hammer does. Because I've got this massive hammer. I'm not entirely sure what it does.
Why is my payload stopped?
Wound all enemies in front of you, dealing damage over time. Okay. It does damage over time, not necessarily... Ugh, flipping out.
Pick up your feet, you drongo! Bloody hell!
Oh. Shoot.
60 seconds remain. Step back.
You only lose if you stay down.
You only lose if you stay down.
Damn it! Time for the reckoning! We're running out of time! Attack! Outnumbered! They've finally got a fair fight!
Oh, come on. Bloody Junkrat, man. Does he have like a home in... Bloody hell.
I've got plenty of teeth left.
Payloads in my hand.
Does he just guessing where I am or something? Because I swear there's no way he saw me go in there.
Pick up your feet, you drongos!
Ay, ay, ay. Defeat, man. Defeat. Wow. Yo, Braxton Spivvy. Yo. One sec. Why is it not showing me your... Yo, Brax, are you still there? I'm so sorry, dude. I don't know why it didn't show me your text. I've literally just seen it now. Yo, sorry, man. Sorry. What's up? Sorry, man. Literally just seen it now. It's like 8 minutes later. Dude. Mate, that was not intent. I don't know why it takes me... What? It's done this like a few times, and I don't understand why it does it. Like, people type stuff, and it doesn't show me what's being typed up, and I'm just here thinking, okay, it's a quiet chat. Because, you know, that happens sometimes, right? It could be a quiet chat. But yeah, sorry, man. Sorry. If you're still there, I apologize. I'm sorry, man. I don't know why it does that. But I'm just seeing it now. Appreciate you coming through.
I'll find my own path.
Dudes, that's...
Shed
yeah.
the weight of your doubts, and your mind will become clear.
YouTube is taking a piss now. Not even now. It's been doing this a while. And I thought it was to do with like the whole live chat thing. It's on live chat right now. And still, it's like people you're typing stuff and it's not showing me that's been typed. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, quiet chat today. Quiet chat, no problem. That happens sometimes. If it's a quiet day, it's a quiet day. It's what it is. But when people are typing stuff up and it's just not even showing me, that sucks. Because I'm like, I don't want to ignore people's chat. I'm not trying to do that. I ain't trying to be one of those guys that just ignores what people are saying. So yeah, we're all sorry that sorry, man. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing okay. How's Louisiana?
I've got you. Robot needs exfil.
I don't know what's going on with YouTube chat. I don't know why it does this. But I'm sorry, man. I need to figure out what causes that so I could try and stop it from happening. I don't know what we're doing in this game.
Well done. Let's keep it up.
I think we've got to keep a hold of this thing. Oh. I got gutted. Bloody burn arrow, dude.
I don't give up that easily.
But yeah, man, this. But yeah, I hope you're well, man. Hope you're doing okay. I'm doing alright.
The breeze brings relief.
I ain't doing too badly. Oh, he's over there. He's trying to escort the wrong thing.
The robot has been secured.
Yeah, dude.
Enemy over there. We're on the move.
I was speaking to someone today. He was taking he got a new dog for the family. It was a rescue dog, and as far as he knew, the dog was fine, according to like the rescue center. But unfortunately, what ended up happening is that it had, I guess, it got triggered by something, and
Let's go.
And now we begin.
it got real aggressive with this guy's child, like 6-year-old son. So that because of that, they had to take it back to the shelter, which they did. But it was just sad because it's like it seemed to be doing okay,
Not for long.
but then that happened, and it's like the risk. Ugh. Then the risk of, like, you know, the child being injured or hurt becomes very high, and it's just what's the risk you can't take. So it's like you got to take the pet back. But the unfortunate,
They're pushing the barricade.
possible sad truth is that if a dog has behavioral issues, then it's harder to rehome. And if a dog can't be rehomed, you know, likelihood is that it ends up getting put down. So yeah, real sad.
Sniper detected.
But I should not be taking on these people, man.
We need that robot back.
Kaiki.
Yeah, that's better. Eesh.
Don't let him push that barrack.
won't give up that easily.
Yeah, man. But aside from that, you know, it was alright. It's alright today. Did a little editing.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Oh shit. Should not be that far out.
Okay, I learned from that.
Okay, wait a minute. Is it doing this again? Sorry, one sec, one sec.
Need that robot to turn
What?
around.
No, this is actually taking a piss now. Yo,
I see a sniper.
yo, what is going on with YouTube? Why is it not showing me the chat?
They're pushing the barricade. Careful, we're outnumbered.
A reminder.
Yo, Gaza lad.
Never easy.
Appreciate you coming through. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Sorry, man. Appreciate you, Gaza lad.
They're ahead of us. We
Why
need
is...
to make up ground.
Oh, wait. I need to move before I get kicked out. Yo, Gaza lad, appreciate you coming through. Braxton, appreciate you coming through. Back, about to have some yogurt with some coconut water. Yo, listen, Brax, appreciate you coming through earlier. I'm literally just seeing your chat just a few moments ago. Sorry that it took me so long to respond. I don't know what's going on today. Gaza lad as well. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with the chat today. It's taken ages for it to show me anything. I'm literally just seeing your chat now, Gaza lad. Appreciate you coming through. Big up to you.
I'll pretend I didn't see that.
You are beaten.
They took the robot. Let's fix that.
Might have to restart your stream. I hope not. Actually, no, I can see your chat now. Okay, I guess that's coming up now. Oh, flipping out. But yeah, it's like us. I think it might have just had to restart, not the whole stream, but I think I had to reset the what do you call it? Refresh the chats window. So I just did that, and that seems to be okay now. Might be some glitches in the connection. It could be. I mean, because it's done that sort of thing before, and I thought to do with the whole live chat whatever thing. It's definitely on live chat now. And then yeah, it showed me. I saw. Yeah, it wasn't showing me your chat until like maybe 8 minutes later. I noticed he typed something. And then Gaza lad typed some stuff, and I didn't see that until maybe about 5-6 minutes later. I think it's okay now. I think it's okay now. But mate. It seems to just needed to reset the chat window, refresh the chat window. But even still, I don't. That's YouTube. You need to get it together. First of all,
They've taken the robot.
I don't understand how it decides which chat needs to be shown and which chat doesn't. Like it's. I mean, my streams usually aren't that busy for it to be picking and choosing which chat messages show up and which don't. Oh, flipping hell, man. This coconut water tastes like milk in water form and the odds. Taste. Coconut water's alright, you know. I mean, I don't know about that coconut water. That sounds a bit off. It shouldn't taste like milk. So I don't know what you got there. I don't know. Maybe it might be a little bit off. But yeah, coconut water's alright. Appreciate you coming through, Brax. Big up to you. Big up to Gaza lad. Sorry that I missed your messages earlier, Gaza lad. YouTube's on one. probably supposed to, like, you know, play better to get more points or something, because the way it's going now, mate, it could take absolutely ages to get to these things. I mean, it might help if I, like, complete challenges or whatever. To me, it does taste for stiffers. Fair enough, fair enough. Well, as long as you're liking it, that's the main thing. Well, assuming you do like it. I do like coconut water, though. I haven't had it for a while, but I like coconut water. It's quite nice. I think it's quite nice. Complete 2 daily challenges. Complete 3 daily challenges. What have I done today? Complete 3 games. Okay, complete 3 games. Roll. Okay. Emote thanks to a support hero. I don't even know how to do that, you know. Heal 1500 damage, excludes total mayhem and co-ops. Support ability, heal 10,000 damage with abilities, excludes blah 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 blah. I'm close to this healing thing though. Win a game, so I haven't actually won a game today, so yeah, there's that. So if I'm playing as a healer, I'm actually close to that healing one. I might better get that today.
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Unranked defend. Ugh. Alright, alright, alright. We gonna learn today. Speaking of taste buds, you know what? I had today a Millionaire's Mocha. That's what they called it, Millionaire's Mocha. Now, I've had mochas in the past, and I've kind of thought they were, alright. But the last few mochas I've had, I've got to say, were pretty spot on, and this one in particular.
Make a movie about the founding of Overwatch. Total flop. The guy who played
and it wasn't even like from one of the big coffee houses or like a specialist coffee house. It was from Tesco's. So some of the, when I was telling you about the alternatives to what you call it, like Walmart. Bullshit. I'm too far forward. I'm way too far forward. When I was saying about the alternates to Walmart that we have, and Tesco's being one of them. So some of the bigger Tesco's would have cafes. Like they might have like a Costa's or something like that. But this particular one just had its own cafe, its own regular Tesco's cafe. And I went there, asked for a Millionaire's Mocha. And yeah, man, I can't lie, man. It was spot on. It was like, all right then. That's, oh. Oosh. Oosh. Yeah, I'm about to take my vitamins. All right. Yeah, gotta get them vitamins, dude.
Time to get clever.
Do you use like supplement tablets, or do you use just like, you know, go to like regular food? I'm gonna stay back.
Careful, we're outnumbered.
But these guys, oh, what they doing over there though? Need to stay back, man.
Carried on the wind.
Engage those hostiles.
Pain is inevitable.
Soothing your wounds.
Receive my aid.
Hey, sneaking up behind me, man. Cheeky bastards.
Done playing around.
So I gotta get
To my will.
some sticks for Brenda because some of the stems have gotten really long and they're starting to lean over.
I've got you.
Push.
Feels like sunlight, huh?
And I've got kind of like a makeshift. Oh, that was too close, man. Oh, I got like a makeshift one, but it's too short, so I need like longer ones. So I need to order some longer ones, like 13 inches type length, much longer than I work. But yeah, you can't tie it too tight because I don't want to strangle there. You know what I mean? So but yeah, I need some sticks. Yeah, I'll take 1 or 2 men's daily adult gummies, dude. Equates brand. Any others? Where am I? And the others, free, Spring Valley, Vitamin DC, and Zinc. 2 of them, black particularly, I was supposed to take. Okay. Yeah, it's good to take vitamins. It's good to take your vitamins, man. But, with Spring Valley brand. I started doing cod liver oil. I've done it, I mean I've used cod liver oil before, but I never really kept up with it. I'm gonna try and stick with it this time around. But I tell you, like cod liver oil in raw form, like in the like raw when you just put it in a spoon, that kind of form, it is so vile. It is so vile, like seriously disgusting vile. So I can't do that, man. I was like, it just is so vile. So I got the tablets, like you can get it in these capsules that dissolve when they go into your stomach. So I'm just doing that. I'm just doing that because those trying to do it like the proper way or whatever. It's so vile. It's seriously just awfully vile. So yeah, it's the tablets for me, man. It's the tablets for me. I've got about 6,000, well, a little less than 6,000 to go on this. Need to do a lot more healing, man. Maybe a few more games, we'll see. Okay, cool. You ever try cod liver oil, Brax? if you have it. I mean, cod liver oil is fish oil, and it's like good for your bones and all that kind of stuff. And you know, as you get older, you're gonna, you know, think about that sort of thing or whatever. But it's good to take cod liver oil, even if you're not old, even if you're young. In fact, it's probably best to start taking it when you're younger, really, and just try and continue from there. And if you can do it as a spoon, you know, by the actual oil itself, cool. I would suggest trying it just to know how vile it is. But yeah, definitely for me it's got to be the tablets, man, because
You be the judge.
Okay. Thanks for the compliment.
Okay, so for sure that is good for the body. Might need to start taking it too. Yeah, it's like omega-3, so yeah, it's good for the body. And but boy, that it's vile. I don't know if you know this saying. It's an old saying that goes something like, "All the things that are good for you taste rotten." Like all the things that are, you know, healthy taste bad. That is certainly true when it comes to cod liver oil. It is vile, but it's good for you, so you should be doing it. You should be using it. Okay, so I can't heal through walls. I've got to be in a direct line of sight.
Get over here, my gift to you. Under my protection.
Oh. And those vitamins I told you about, I recommend those, dude. Yeah, I do go with, I mean, I do try, the thing with vitamins, I'd rather try to get vitamins directly from the source, you know, like the actual foods. That being said, I recognize it's not exactly always convenient to do it that way. Especially when you have to look at what exactly you're eating and how much of it you're eating. So yeah, I'm definitely up to, I think I'm gonna have to look into things like tablets and stuff like that as a way of supplementing. But I wouldn't want to use it as a way of replacing food though, because I feel like, oh, I should not be taking on this guy. Come on, where are the tanks? Where are the damage support? So yeah, things like C. Where's see, I think C you get from chicken. Is that right? I think vitamin C you get from chicken. Vitamin D you get from the sun. So that's just about going out. You know, just, we don't get a lot of sun in the UK, so we should be careful. Oh, freaking hell. Zinc. Where's zinc come from naturally? I think you get zinc tablets, but which foods have zinc naturally in it?
The spring flows anew.
I think zinc is in fish as well, actually, isn't it? Too far back. Oh, come on, man. Why am I fighting these guys on my own, though? Like, where is everybody?
Let's kick this up a notch. Headshot.
Bloody hell, man.
We've got this. We can't move until the payload moves. They have superior numbers.
You take a lot of damage, huh?
Let the Kitsune guide.
I need to try and stay back so I could heal.
Like a gentle rain. Stay down.
I shouldn't have to be like
Cool.
taking on, especially the tanks. Like, what the hell? I should not have to be taking on their tank units. Any of their units, really, especially the tanks.
Been secured. Not the first, not the last.
Okay, not sure where this thing comes from. Haven't looked that one up. Okay.
Draw strength from nature.
Enemy in my sights.
Soothing your wounds.
Nanoboost administered.
Into the unknown.
Healing fortified.
We got to a checkpoint though, at least.
I am unbreakable.
Can he heal through walls though? Oh, just trying to teleport on somebody. It was too late now. So Brax, do you have any pets, or have you had any pets?
Payload's moving. Pile on.
I do not have any pets. I used to have goldfish though, way, way, way back in the day. Well, I say I used to have goldfish. They weren't exactly mine, but you know, they were around. They don't last long though.
The breeze brings relief.
And if you don't have pets, would you like to have pets? And if you'd like to have pets, what type of pets would you like to have?
Let's take them to the wasteland. Like a gentle rain. Pick up your faces.
Walim on the Wittic.
Push. Oh, we got it though. Oh, won that first game.
Play of the game.
Somebody knows how to use his cats way better than I do. Got it. Completed 3 daily challenges. Awesome. Endorsement received. Cool, cool, cool. No, I don't have any right now, and yeah, I've had some for most of my life. Yeah, I'm gonna get maybe 2 pets when I have my first place. I want a dog, reptile, and a marsupial. Okay, that's an interesting combination. A dog, a reptile, and a marsupial. You're gonna need a big place for that. Sit with Kiriko. You're gonna need a big place for that. Especially a reptile, like, bruh. You're gonna need a whole backyard and everything. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to have either a dog or a cat. I like cats more than I like dogs when it comes down to it, but I feel like a dog would be more fun.
Ugh, entered my passcode too quick and now I'm locked out of my phone.
Especially like,
Thanks, love. Oh wait, you trying to
I feel like as
one on me?
like maybe when you're young, cats are better to have.
5,
But I think as you get older, dogs are probably a better animal to have. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it or not even thinking about it the right way. I don't know. I don't know nothing about these things. But yeah, it would be cool to have a pet.
I've got you.
Alright, we got Trace over there. We got Siegfried or whatever his name is over here.
Let's get moving.
And now my older sister has a Pomeranian and we have a Grey Cat. Oh, bloody hell, man. What's a Grey Cat? Or do you mean the cat's just grey? No, this person's running away from the thing I'm trying to... Oh, flipping out, man. I don't know, what is it with my team? Like, I'm supposed to be healing them. This person's running away and let me deal with the bloody tanks when I'm supposed to be the healer. Are you dumb, fam? Are you dumb?
Okay.
Ugh.
I learned from that.
Yeah, I learned I need a better team. I mean, I ain't that good at this game. I ain't trying to say that. I'm just saying I need a better team.
My ultimate is
Yeah, well, I know I'm gonna have to have a nice apartment first before I move into the house, the neighborhood I want, in our old neighborhood, the type of big dog I want. I'll need a house for sure. Not just an apartment. You're gonna need a whole ass house. Maybe one of those houses with crawl spaces, so the reptile can go underneath the house.
You take a lot of damage, huh?
they got the robot.
Time for a fight. Make me proud. We've taken the
Under my
robot.
protection.
Onward.
EMP activated.
Echo here.
Ah, damn it. Draw strength from nature.
This ends
Let the
now.
Kitsune guide you.
Oh,
Translocators in. Nice to know you have my back.
Moving right along.
yeah, I feel like one pet would be fine for me. Like one dog or one cat. I don't know if I need like, well, you obviously don't need any, but you know what I mean. I don't think I'd want like a dog and a cat, or a dog and, you know what I mean. It'd be like just one pet for me. I think either a dog or a cat. And right now, I think my mind is probably leading more towards a dog, but these aren't decisions I'm trying to make soon. I ain't got the space for that. So, like yourself, it's like you need to get a better place and then think about that sort of stuff. But the only thing about a dog is that, not an only thing, but Like a dog, you can't leave a dog at home on its own. I mean, like, you can't leave a dog in your house on its own, whereas a cat you can. So if you're gonna have a dog, I feel like you need to have somebody living with you so that when you're not around, they can take care of it, and when they're not around, you can take care of it. You know what I mean? I don't think you should be. I mean, it's not that you can't have a dog in your life. Like, if you're someone who doesn't have to leave the house to work, like maybe you can work if you work from home, for example, or you know, or maybe you're retired or whatever, that sort of thing. That sort of thing, I feel like, yeah, you could be on your own and have a dog. But when you're working and you've got to be out the house, I don't know if it's a good idea to have a dog and leave the dog. Oh shit, man! Oh, and leave the dog on its own in your house. I don't know if that's a good idea, especially as the dog gets a bit bigger and bigger and needs space to move around.
Time to try again. On the move.
Yeah, cat. He has a grey. The dogs I want it is a Doberman and an English Bull Terrier. Most apartments don't allow Dobermans, particularly the reptile I want is a snake. Oh yeah. I remember you did say about wanting a snake, yeah. Big ass snake. What kind of snake we talking, by the way? Like python, boa constrictor, cobra? What kind of snake we talking? Oh shit! On my own, I couldn't even teleport. There's no one around. The one time I remember I can teleport is the time there's no one I can teleport on.
Lick my wounds. Let's
The
go.
blood clot. One or two snakes, especially a black one.
EMP activated. Draw strength from nature. I'm with you.
Oh, yeah. Type one is a corn snake or a ball python. Okay. I don't know what they are, but okay. Python sounds big still. Nothing getting a piece big enough. Oof.
They got the robot.
Oh, damn it. I'm getting a beast big enough to fight me back. Yeah, that's the thing though, still, like, you piss off a snake like that. I mean, I don't know how big a ball python is. I'm assuming they're pretty big though. I mean, the fact that it's a python, I'm kind of assuming they're pretty big. So you don't want to piss it off. That thing will strangle you in your sleep. It will suffocate you and won't even think twice. Oh, oh, got him. Ken Kanake. And the pet shops do with the big snakes. I love them, but outside of that, shake my head. Ball python ain't big. Their arms length. Okay. Yeah, that's probably not too bad. Still though, I mean, we are talking about pythons here, so like the same. We are talking about pythons, so maybe yeah. Might not be that as big as the python, but I don't know. Still a python, so.
Welcome to Circuit Royale. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
We'll stick with Kiriko. Kiriko. Oh wait, no! Somebody took my. Alright, fine.
I will not leave a broken world behind.
They have us coming, so let's give it to them.
So recorded. Excuse me.
I prefer
Sorry
to
about
work
that.
alone. But
Yo, what up,
sometimes
Gregory?
I do.
Gregory Buttocks, okay. Big up for coming through. How is you? So yeah, recorded a podcast for the Arcane review. It was myself, Celeste Orchid, and Sweet Bundy. Sweet Bundy, you might have heard on the podcast before. He comes on as a regular guest. In fact, Celeste has been on the podcast once before as well. But yeah, she's a cosplayer and a League of Legends enthusiast, so it's good to have her back and talk about Arcane, and we talked about it in such detail. We went into some depth about the themes, so yeah, look out for that to come, hopefully in the coming weeks. Well, week-ish, not weeks. Should be ready in the battle. Should be ready this next week. I am British. My accent is very good. Well, but I don't practice, I guess. What can I say? Many years of practicing the British accent. I think I'm should be pretty. I think I should be good at it. Around Burmese pythons. I had one around my shoulder. I might held an anaconda too. Now Burmese pythons are big, and we only know about anacondas. Are for real, for real. And things, man. Gotta be careful. I'm to record your voice for 10 hours and fall asleep to it. Well, I mean, you can check out my podcast over on Uncivilized Art. There's a link to that in the description if you want to hear my voice. It is recorded. There's probably more than 10 hours of podcasts on that channel. Probably much more than 10 hours at this point. So yeah, check out my podcast, Uncivilized Art, link in the description, and you can hear my voice for in long form content. Oh. Oi, oi, oi. Any good single player game recommendations? I don't like playing multiplayer. You know what? I'm playing Deathloop at the moment, which is pretty cool. It is. I mean, I don't know if I'm enough way through the game to say whether I like it or not, but I'll say that it's so far so good. With Deathloop, it's pretty cool. It's got some cool ideas. It seems to be a little bit frustrating at times, though. So yeah, I mean, I'd recommend that if you've got Xbox Game Pass, definitely check it out. If you don't have Xbox Game Pass, I mean, it's not a bad game. I don't know if I'd want to pay full price for it though, but I'm kind of a cheapskate, to be honest with you. So there is that fact. But yeah, definitely is a pretty cool single player game. It has a multiplayer option in it as well, or I don't know if it's multiplayer, but it has an online option to it. I've not really tried an online option, but the single player game is pretty cool. The general idea is that you effectively have 3 lives per level, and when you lose all your lives, it loops back to the beginning of that day.
Help me.
Take some time off.
I don't know if I'm doing this right. Can you repeat name or spell it?
30 seconds.
Deathloop. D-E-A-T-H-L-O-O-P. Deathloop. It's on Xbox and PlayStation. It's on Xbox Z, X, that one, and PlayStation 5.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Victory! Been playing a lot of shooting games recently to practice defense, as I'm planning to move to US soon. Bruh. Man said he's playing shooting games because he's planning on moving to the US soon, you know. Which part of the world you're in now, Gregs? Which part of the world you're in now? I'm not sure shooting games are going to help you, though, to be honest with you. You might want to take an actual firearms class. That might be a bit more useful. But hey, shooting games are fun still. By the way, we're talking about pets, Greg. Rex is saying that he would like to have a Pomeranian, what was it again? A python? A ball python. And
Traveling to Nepal.
I can't remember the pet you said, sorry, ball python.
Prepare for battle. Select your
Slovakia, okay. We go out to Kiriko. Yeah, I'm in London, England. So we've got a few different time zones right now. We got America, England, Slovakia. We got at least 3 different time zones right now.
I'll find my own path. Stay in sight, and I'll keep you safe.
Oh.
No one's a natural. We all have to put in the work.
So how's Slovakia though?
Over here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Let's get this done.
I ain't never been. Trying to heal this dude, running away from me. Eesh. I don't have pets since there's no space at my house, but my neighbor has a dog. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I don't have any pets either, but it'd be nice to have a dog or a cat. I feel like a dog would probably be more fun, but a cat might be more practical when it comes down to it. I think if I was to have a pet, I mean, I couldn't do it now because I haven't really got the space for either a dog or a cat, but I think by the time when I'm ready to do that, a dog would be more fun, but a cat probably more practical.
Sérieux? Il faut que je le mette dehors.
I don't give up that
Les
easily.
deux premières balles, lui.
I don't know. Somebody's speaking right now on the chat. I don't know what they're saying. Just running in. Hey. My neighbor's trained his dogs to steal my mail. I'm not even kidding, you know, raw. Better put your mailbox higher up so the dog can't reach it. So what happens? He just comes over to your front yard and just like steals your mail out of the box. Like, how's it do it? Oh, we're too close to losing, man.
Best round lost.
Oh man.
Score 0-1.
Ugh. Oh, we ain't even done yet, you know.
You answered Winston's recall, even after all you went through.
If I am called, and I do not answer, what is left, Anna?
You are left, Reinhardt, and that is nothing to scoff at.
3, 2,
That voice sounds familiar, you know.
round 2. Capture the objective.
Yeah, mailbox here is not high. It's on a level animals can reach. Yeah, you might need to get like a lock or something, I don't know. Move it higher up, get some kind of lock on it. Dogs be wilding out here, man. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if it wasn't even the neighbors training the dog, you know, because like, back up, back up, back up.
The objective is now.
I would be surprised if it wasn't neighbors training the dog and it's just the dogs have just had enough.
Renewed again.
Animals just had enough. Don't like the way they've been treated. And money don't mean nothing to an animal, right? So, but they know that means stuff to us, so they just do things to make it cost us more money. They know what they're doing. Do you like Nintendo Mario games? Yeah, I mean, I have a Nintendo Switch. I do like Mario games. I've not really played any for a long time though. I barely touched my Switch for ages now. But yeah, and I do like it.
Strength from nature. Careful, we're outnumbered.
No, they're on this one. Oh.
Time to get covered.
Excuse me. Blah. Tiredness be catching up.
Rains from above.
Restoring balance.
So which way are you trying to teleport somebody? There's no one around. Oh, you don't touch your Switch. Do you Switch or Xbox Series? Do you recommend selling Xbox to buy Switch games? I would not recommend an Xbox selling an Xbox to buy Switch games. I would not recommend that at all. I'm definitely more Xbox these days, with the exception of Overwatch, clearly. But I'm definitely more Xbox these days. I mean, I like the Switch. It's a cool console, and it's definitely got some cool games on it. It's just a lot of the games that interest me the most, a lot of them either don't come out on Switch, or by the time they come out on Switch, it's like they're already on one of the other consoles and I've already got it, you know. So it's kind of like, in the end. Oosh. Very sorry, man. Tiredness be catching up. Be right back. I think I've got a weekly one in there actually. What up, Jakes? What up, Jakes? Little Jacob in the play club. Oh, that rhymed. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, Lil Jacob in the play club. Yeah. I think I'm keeping that one. Right there, man. Big up for coming through. Appreciate you. We're just talking about pets. Do you have any pets? Would you like to have any pets? If so, what type of pet would you like to have? Brax was saying earlier he would like to have a Pomeranian, a bull python, and one other pet which I don't remember right now. But there was like 3 pets Brax was saying he'd like to have. Greg was saying that he doesn't have any pets, but his neighbor has a dog. I don't have any pets. I think it'd be cool to have either a dog or a cat at some point. Not right now. Not right now. I need a better place for that. But the thing is, for me, I feel like a dog would be more fun. Would probably be more fun to have, but a cat would probably be more practical, because I mean, it depends. Like if I'm living on my own, then yeah, a cat would definitely be more practical. So I don't think you can really leave a dog on its own in your house. You know what I mean? If you have to go out to work or whatever, I don't think you can leave a dog on its own in the house. Whereas a cat, you can. You know, cats you can leave on their own and you'd be fine. But dogs, I don't think so. Especially as they get a bit bigger. But if I'm with somebody, then it's like cool. You can have a dog and you can kind of take turns a little bit. I'd like to have a bulldog. Okay. Always like the way bulldogs look. Yeah, bulldogs. Excuse me. Yeah, bulldogs are pretty cool. They're kind of small. They're kind of small, but also like tough looking as well. You know what I mean? Like they have that kind of, like usually things that are small look weak or look like whatever, right? But bulldogs are small but still look tough. It's kind of a unique, I don't know if it's, well, I don't know if it's unique, but certainly not many things are like that, where they're small but still look tough. That was the marsupial, that was it, yes. So yeah, Brax was saying what a dog, a snake, and a marsupial. I was saying you're gonna need a lot of space for that though. Marsupials, I mean, you can get small marsupials, I suppose. But then I don't know. Are you talking about like I think possums? Are they marsupials? I think possums count as marsupials. But they also got kangaroos. Kangaroos are marsupials as well. So it's like kangaroos are pretty big. I don't think you can keep a kangaroo in your house though. Might be awkward trying to keep a kangaroo in your house. I think that might prove issues. May I say dogs are easier? You can leave them by themselves in my experience. Really? Brax reckons you can. Okay. Maybe I got it all wrong. maybe I got it all wrong. But I do like cats. I would say that I generally prefer cats to dogs. But that being said, yeah, dogs and cats are cool. Don't get me wrong. I feel like there's a lot of things I like about cats, but I think when it comes down to it, dogs, you know, they're a bit more active. You know, you can go jogging with a dog. You know, they show affection a lot more. So I feel like a dog would be more fun. But yeah, I would be concerned about leaving on its own. But Brax say that you can leave dogs on their own and it's not an issue. So, because I might be leaving it on its own for, like, if I'm out working, I could be leaving it on its own for, it could be like 8 to 10 hours, maybe even more sometimes. So it definitely is going to need space to kind of move around and not just be cooped up. You know, it's going to have to know where it can eat and where it can pee and poop without messing up my carpets. You know what I mean? I don't want it pooing all over my floors and or whatever. It needs to be trained to use a potty or something where it could pee, poop, and wipe its own ass. That's what you need. And a dog that can pee, that can wipe its own ass. It could use a potty, or even better, use the toilet, wipe its own ass and flush. That's how you need to train a dog, to wipe its own ass and flush. Have you seen extended footage of the Resident Evil 4 remake? I have not. I've seen some footage of it, but I don't believe I've seen extended footage of it. Domain, Terrier, Snake, and the Sugar Gilder. Okay, is that the marsupial or Sugar Gilder? I don't know what it is. I can't look that one up. A Sugar Gilder. All right. Oh, flipping out, man. There we go. Sugar glider is a small omnivorous arboreal and nocturnal gliding possum belonging to the marsupial infraclass. Okay. So we're talking about this. Stuff like this. Looks impressive. All right. I mean, Resident Evil 4 was an excellent game. That I would say between that and 2 are my favorite Resident Evil games. But I haven't played any of the remakes apart from the first one. Cats are moody, curious. They can jump high and have claws mainly. Remember, they jump on ish, knock it down ish. A lot of them hate water. Yeah, the thing about cats is that they're very kind of self-sufficient. Like, cats can go out by themselves and be fine. I don't know if you could trust a dog to go out by itself, but cats can kind of go out by themselves, you know, go around town, do their own thing, and then come back. Whereas I don't know if you can do that. Also, a dog that can walk itself. Oh yes, yeah. If you could train a dog to do all that, it might take some work. But if you could train a dog to walk itself, use the toilet, wipe its own ass, wash itself, you know, wash its balls and all that. But cats can clean themselves. Cats already do that. Cats will clean themselves. They'll do that already. They could also like feed themselves as well. Like, that's the thing. Like, a cat would, if you don't, I mean, you should feed your cat, by the way. Let me be clear on that. You should feed your cat. But if you don't feed your cat, cats will go out and get their own food. Dogs generally don't. At least as far as I know, unless there's like some special dog out there that can, or again, train it to get its own food. You need to train it to go hunt, I don't know, pigeons or something. Haze, what's your thoughts on the Kanye West controversy? Ooh. All right, let me come back to that question. There you go. We had ducks, baby chicks, a few cats, big dogs, little dogs, and shit growing up. Okay, so you just around animals, like farm like animals. As a kid, we had like 13, 14 big dogs. Yeah, so we never really had that growing up. But like I said, we had goldfish, but that was pretty much it. But I was never around animals like that. Like my earliest experience with a dog was getting chased by a dog when I was like 3, 4 years old. So for the longest time, it was difficult for me to even go near a dog because it was like just that scarred memory. Plus, not many of my friends had dogs, so they weren't really around. And people in the neighborhood, not many people, at least in my immediate neighborhood, had dogs, so they weren't really around me that much. So I never really had a chance to, you know, get acquainted with stuff. And even a few other experiences after that, it was like, yeah, it just weren't too pleasant. So it took a while for me to be okay around dogs. You know, I think I'm okay now. I think I'm okay now. But every now and then they give you that funny look, and you're like, you know what? Let me back up a little bit. Let me not get too familiar with this just one just yet. But yeah, I've been okay around dogs for the most part for a while now. But Kanye West, oof, boy, he's going through it right now, isn't he? I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I like how he swerved the Kanye. No. Just coming back to it. There's some other stuff in the chat. I don't want, because the Kanye West thing, we could be talking about this for a while. I don't want to ignore the other stuff in the chat. So I thought, you know, let me answer that, and then we come back to this, because the Kanye West, that's a long answer. You know what I mean? It's a long answer. So yeah, he's been on one lately. Let's keep it all the way real. Man's been on one. Like, I don't know what has happened. I don't know whether like he just woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but man just woke up one day and chose violence. You know what I mean? Man just woke up one day and chose violence, because like for the past, I don't even know, what, 3-4 weeks, maybe even more, but he's been on one. Like every time you hear about his name in the news, it's like what, the White Lives Matter stuff. There was the you know, the DEFCON 3 on the Jews. Mate, what else? He's just been on various like talk shows and interviews and just like doubling down. He's been on one, and now the latest thing is that a lot of these places has dropped him, including Adidas. And this is after man was like, I can say, what was he said? He goes, he went on TV or went on something. I don't know if it was a podcast or whatever, but he went on something. Man was like, yeah, I can say anti-Semitic shit and Adidas won't drop me. Why would you say that, Kanye? Why would you? Because Adidas were probably trying to like ignore it and sweep it under the rug. You know what I mean? Adidas were probably trying to think, look, let's just like, see if we can ignore it and see what happens. But people were like pressuring them to be like, oh, because everybody else dropped it. Adidas was one of the ones that held out. But then he went and said that, and they were like, well, now we're going to have to drop him. You know what I mean? Now we're going to have to. So he's been dropped by Adidas. They're taking his Yeezys off the shelves. A bunch of other places, like his music's not being streamed in some places. Like, I think Apple took off some of his playlists or something like that. But yeah, he's been on one. Oh, dang. And now it looks like I got most of the parts of my costume for Monday. Oh, for the Halloween? Okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's like freedom of speech. Yeah, Kanye West can say what he wants. He's his individual. He can say what he wants, whether you agree with it, whether you like it, all that sort of stuff. He's allowed to say whatever he wants to say. Well, I mean, within laws and whatever, he's allowed to say what he wants to say. But that being said, freedom of speech is not the same as freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. And bottom line is that he's said a bunch of stuff lately that a lot of people don't want to hear, and think is completely inappropriate. And because of that, you know, people are dropping him now. But you know what? Part of me is kind of like, I think he knows that, and I think he kind of wants that. I feel like there's a game being played here. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. but it feels to me like there's a game being played here. Like, especially when he starts talking about, oh yeah, I can say anti-Semitic, Adidas won't drop me. You know, you surely you know when you say something like that, he's not an idiot. Kanye West is not an idiot. So surely you know when you say something like that, of course they're gonna drop him. Of course they're gonna, you know, you basically invited them to drop you at that point, and I'm sure he knows that. But yeah, I feel like there's a game being played. I feel like there's something he's trying to prove. I don't know what that is. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I have no clue. Of course, I'm not in his head like that. It just feels to me, again, I could be completely off, but it just feels to me like he's playing some kind of game. Because as far as being drops go, I mean, let's be real. He's rich. You can drop his Yeezys, drop his this, drop his that. He just misses out on money going forward. But it's not like they're going to take the money he already has. You know what I mean? Okay, he loses his billionaire status. Okay. But it's not like he has to go, you know, go down to the job center and start signing on. You know what I mean? Like, he's okay. He's okay as far as money goes. Unless he's spent all his money on, I don't know, hookers and cocaine or something. Who knows? But assuming he hasn't done anything done with his money, he's okay as far as that goes. So yeah, it sucks that he's been dropped. I mean, it sucks for him that he's been dropped by all these companies. But bottom line is, financially, he's probably okay. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like he's playing a game. I feel like he's got some kind of plan. I don't know what that is. Maybe he was trying to prove something. I know there's been a few people talking about how, you know, when he talks about white lives matter, when he said you know, some years back when he was saying slavery is a choice, you know, nothing really happened to him outside of people getting pissed off. You know, none of the labels dropped him or anything like that. But when he started talking about the Jews, one by one, dropped. And a few people mentioned that. Is that something to do with what he's trying to prove? Maybe. I don't know. But there's a lot of things going on, it seems, you know, like, yeah, he's saying some wild shit right now. Man is acting wild, no doubt. Man's talking bare reckless right now, no doubt. But then it's also true to say that, well, yeah, all these labels were silent when he had that all that smoke talking about, you know, slavery's a choice and this, that, and the other. When he was on that, and all these labels were silent. So yeah, that's true as well. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like he's playing a game. I don't know if he is. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's just fed up. Maybe he's bored ever since Kim left him. I don't know. But yeah, he's been on a mad one lately for sure. He's been on smoke lately. It does seem like, yeah, for real. It seems like self-sabotage. It could be that, you know. It could be something else. Because here's the thing about Kanye. Like, I honestly do believe Kanye is a genius. Or at least as close to a genius as most of us will ever see. I do believe that. But the thing about being a genius, it doesn't mean that you're always right. It doesn't mean you can never say anything stupid. It doesn't mean that, you know, everything you say is going to be taken as law and, you know, you can never be questioned. It doesn't mean any of that. To me, it's just a way of thinking. And he does seem to, at least from my non-genius mind, he thinks in a way that most people don't. And that could lead him to saying some things that are completely wrong. It could lead him to say some things that are completely correct. But a lot of the things he says, at least from what I can tell, whether they're right, wrong, dumb, silly, smart, whatever, it gets people thinking about their own positions on things. So that's something, you know what I mean? That's something. It's like the White Lives Matter thing. It's like, okay, if we're saying Black Lives Matter, you sometimes hear people say Asian Lives Matter, okay, and then White Lives Matter. It's like, all right, why are we saying this? And a lot of people were like, oh yeah, you're wild for that, you're wild for that. And well, yeah, he clearly was. But on one hand, it's like, oh, well, he's not wrong. That's lives do matter, right? But my thing was like, specifically, why? What are we saying? Like, what's happening? And what is this trying to? What is he trying? Because I know you went on that show and just said, oh, it's because they do. I don't believe that's the full reason for that T-shirt. Maybe for Candace Owens. Candace Owens just seems to be on her own thing. But I feel like for Kanye West, it seems to me, and you know what? Maybe I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt too much. Maybe this is me. I don't consider myself to be a Kanye West fan, but I've certainly listened to a lot of his music over the years. And maybe because of that, I feel a connection with him, and I'm trying to, part of me is trying to defend him on some level. I don't know, that could be it. But it just seems to me that whole White Lives Matter thing, I feel like there's more to it than what he's saying. The whole stuff about the death, all that. I feel like there's more to it than what he's saying right now. Maybe I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. You know what I mean? I probably am wrong. But that's how it feels to me. That there's more to it than what he's saying. That he's got some kind of plan. I don't know. But that's how it feels to me. But yeah, he's definitely been on the madness. He's been on the madness. Yeah, except for my lightsaber, Kylo Ren said, yo, let me hold that lightsaber. And I said, alright, let me hold that ship. Hey. Make sure you get something, you know what I mean? Man to run for your things if you're not careful. Has he reached a point where he has amassed enough wealth where he feels he can now speak his mind? That could be it, because like, I mean, I don't check his finances on the daily or not, but I would assume that even with all these deals being dropped, he has enough money to not worry about getting another job. You know what I mean? If he never releases another CD, single, whatever, ever again, if he never does another feature ever again, if he never puts out anything ever again, I would assume he's probably got enough money to be okay. You know, even living at a higher level than most average people. Like, it's not like he has to scrimp and scave or anything. I feel like he can live very comfortably. My guess would be that he can live very comfortably for the rest of his life and never have to do never put any kind of work out again. That would be my guess. And if that is true, then yeah, he's certainly reached a point where he honestly does not have to care about what anybody else thinks. And perhaps what we're seeing is, say, the true Kanye, the Kanye that's been hidden away all these years, the Kanye that's been wanting to come out, but maybe was afraid of how it be received, how it could affect this, how it could affect that, blah, 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 blah. Now he's at a point where it's like, dude, man, don't have to worry about what people think of him. He doesn't have to worry about whether his label drops him or not. He doesn't have to worry about whether anybody buys another CD or not. He doesn't have to worry about that. If everybody dropped him right now and never bought nothing from him ever again, he's probably got enough money to live pretty comfortably for the rest of his life. Probably. I don't know. I don't know his finances. I'm just guessing. He's done pretty well. So unless he's been absolutely ridiculously dumb with his money, he's probably okay financially. And that could be what we're seeing. I feel like there's a level that people reach where the more it's like there's two types of things that happen. Like, the more you have, you either become more and more afraid of losing it, or you just care less and less and less and less. You know what I mean? I feel like there's two types of people when they get rich. The type that becomes very afraid of losing what they have, and then the type that just stops caring. And I feel like Kanye West might be the type that just stops caring. And that could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing, that could be all in between. Right now, he said some wildness. Is there a point to all this? I'd like to think so. I kind of feel like there is. I don't know if there is. There may not be. There may not be a point at all. It could be just Kanye just literally just not caring. In fact, long time ago, there's a philosopher called Diogenes who said that true happiness comes from abandoning all social norms. And this guy was wild. The guy would like shit in public and flick it at people. He'd be masturbating in public. This guy was wild. And best believe not too many people liked him at that time. But when you think about it, true happiness comes from abandoning all social norms. This guy lived his life according to his own rules. And to him, that made him happy. Perhaps we're seeing something like that with Kanye West, where it's just like, he's just going to live his life completely on his own terms and find that happiness. Even though, even if that means the things he's going to say is pissing off a bunch of people, angering people, you know, people dropping in from their companies, their labels, brands, whatever. Maybe. Elon Musk says, I bought Twitter, looking at it. Oh, yeah, that deal's going through or gone through. Apparently, he plans on laying off about 75% of the staff, which sucks for that 75%. But then at the same time, I was reading that they have something like 5,000 staff members. And I was kind of looking at it like, bro, why does Twitter have 5,000? That seems... Look, I don't work at Twitter. I don't know everything they do, of course. But that seems a lot for Twitter. You know what I mean? That seems a lot of people to be working. Because what is Twitter? You go on Twitter and it's tweets. So what do you need? You need people to manage the servers, of course. And maintenance and stuff like that, of course. You need people to manage admin, people to manage marketing and advertisers and blah, 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 that kind of stuff. You know, and you need people to, you know, generally kind of run the show. How is that 5,000 people, though? That seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. I feel like a company like Twitter can be fine with max 300 people working there. Max. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's far more to it than I realize. Maybe there's far more to it than I know. But 5,000 people working on Twitter seems like a lot. It seems like a bunch of people working there that have job titles that don't actually do anything. You know when companies get big and all these job titles get created and they have all these like company reshuffles and stuff, and you end up with all these job titles that don't actually do any work. I feel like that's what's probably happened at Twitter. All these people have job titles but they don't actually do any work. You know, I'm guessing that's what's happened because there's I don't know, man. It feels 5,000 seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. I think Kanye's comments about the Jewish music moguls might have something to do with not getting all his royalties. I know Wiley. He said something similar. Well, not quite similar, but he said something about the Jews as well. Or he was talking about a Jew in particular with his ones. But the way he phrased it kind of targeted all kind of Jews. Or you know, all Jews. But I think he was talking more specific about a Jewish person. But yeah, kind of a similar thing kind of happened to him. He was just off. Like, he got taken off Twitter. And he's still around. You know, he's still doing his thing. But yeah, you don't hear about Wiley so much these days. But yeah, Wiley got deplatformed quick. He got deplatformed quick. I think he is back on Instagram using a different name, posting various things. I don't really follow too much on Instagram, to be honest with you. I've seen some stuff. It may be him. It might not be him. It might be somebody just pretending to be him. But yeah, he got deplatformed pretty quick. And he ain't been back since. At least, well, not in any major way. But Kanye, or Ye, Ye's been on a madness. He was saying George Floyd died from fentanyl and not from the knee on his neck. Like, bruh, did you see that video? Did you see that video? But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Part of me feels like there's a point to all this whole thing. A point that all of us are not not getting. But yeah, maybe not. Maybe he actually just lost his mind. Maybe Ye has literally just lost his damn mind. I guess only people who know, well, the only ones who know is Kanye and God. Everyone else is just guessing. Everyone else. But you know what? Ye's been on a mad one for a while, though. Like, he put out that album, Donda 2, as a, what's it called? I can't remember what they call it, but some machine that you had to buy. You had to buy the special machine with the album preload on there. It was like $200 for the machine. And the album that comes on the machine. And is that the only way you can listen to it? Or only way you can listen to it legally, at least. You know? So he's been on a mad one for a minute. Like he does mad things. That's been Ye, you know what I mean? He's been like that. But he's just amped it up lately. In the past few weeks or so, past maybe a few weeks, a month, give or take, he's amped it all the way up. And he's just been in the news, all over the blogs, all over all the gossip sites, you know, all of that, all the tea sites, you know what I mean? All of that. He's just been on it. All the interviews, people. What's it called? Nori, you know, the podcast, all of that. Piers Morgan, all of that. Yeah, he was officially diagnosed with bipolar disorder, so I guess that explains his rest. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew there was, he had some mental thing. But okay, I guess that's what it was then, the bipolar disorder. Okay. Yeah, that might explain their behavior, but boy. Boy. It can also just make him a liability as well, do you know what I mean? It's like, mate. It could just make you a liability, like, if it's like that. Like, people don't know what's going to come from you. You don't know which Kanye they're getting today. Are they going to get a Kanye that puts out rap music and sells millions and millions and millions? Or are they going to get a Kanye that's like, White Lives Matter? You know, you don't know which Ye you're getting. You just don't know. Right now we're getting the, but I do think that Kanye has his hardcore fans. So I feel like there's always going to be people who would rock with Kanye no matter what. Like, no matter what he does, bipolar or not, there's people who are rocking with Kanye to the bitter end. And I don't know how many of people are like that, of course, but I feel like there's certainly a decent number of people who are just rocking with him to the bitter end no matter what. Even if they themselves think he's wrong, even if they themselves feel like he's on a madness as well, they're still rocking with him to the bitter end. He's got a pretty loyal, hardcore loyal fan base. So yeah. But I did hear that after he said what he said about George Floyd, the family of George Floyd said they're going to sue Kanye West. I don't know if they're still going to or not, but that was announced they're going to sue Kanye West. And then Candace Owens announces that she's suing the family of George Floyd. Bruh. I don't know if Candace Owens is bipolar as well, or maybe she just wants all the smoke. Candace might just want the smoke. I don't know what's going on with that, but she might just want the smoke. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, what exactly are you suing him for? What, bruh? This world is crazy, man. I tell you that. This world is mad. Oof. So what's y'all take on West? I was a fan of Kanye until he said slavery was a choice, and that George Floyd didn't die from a situation. That's when I decided to drop out. Yeah, I mean, with the bipolar thing, well, I guess the bipolar thing doesn't matter to you. I guess. But yeah, that the slave was a choice comment was so out of line. It was so out of line, and like I say, I do think Kanye is a genius. I really do, but just being a genius doesn't mean doesn't exempt you from saying dumb things, and that was definitely a dumb thing to say. That was a dumb thing to say. Now, if you want to talk slavery in all its brutality and ugly truth of the matter, we can do that. But what we're not finna do is oversimplify it and act like, you know, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people were just like, oh, let's choose slightly. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Sitting here, putting my stuff in the tub for when I shower. I need to shave a little. Getting it all ready. Getting it all ready. I got you. There's probably like a video somewhere on YouTube already, like Kanye West's wildest comments or something like that. I'm just that probably already exists. Remember, like way years ago when he interrupted Taylor Swift at the was it the MTV Awards, and he was like, "I'm gonna let you finish." Kanye West has been on a mad one for a minute. It's not even new. You know what I mean? It just seems like every so often he goes on a mad one. He goes on a mad one. He's just been doing it a lot more lately. In the past few weeks or so. He's been a lot more lately. 2008, 2009, yeah. And imagine being Taylor Swift in that moment where you're on stage accepting, I think that was her first award. I believe her first major award, at least, and you're excited, you're happy, you're over the moon, all those feelings, and then some guy jumps on stage and interrupts your moment. Man. But I would say Taylor Swift, though. Big up Taylor Swift, because, like, ever since then, not even ever since then, she's always just kind of kept out of the drama. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Taylor Swift's name involved in any kind of drama like that. Certainly not her own, at least, anyway. Maybe other people trying to say stuff about it, but I don't think I've ever seen Taylor Swift getting dragged, Taylor Swift's name being mentioned like that. But she's kind of stayed true to the music, put out her songs, focused on being creative and being putting out music and that whole thing. And yeah, she's still consistently putting out good music. She's had her issues, I guess, with that record label, and that's maybe some drama, to be fair. But that's pretty much it. You know, she had issues with the label, and people like signing deals and whatever that thing was. But yeah, she's kept to the music. She's pretty much just kept to the music, put out albums, put out songs. She even re-released a whole bunch of albums because of the way the label was handling it, and just said, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to re-release these songs, re-record them. She re-recorded, I don't even know how many, it was like 6-7 albums. It was a lot, at least, anyway. Maybe not, I don't know if it was that many, but it was certainly quite a lot of albums. So I'm just saying, big up Taylor Swift. She's really just kind of stayed true to what she's about, which is putting out music, putting out good music, and she just released a new album as well. So yeah, and I don't know if you've heard it, but for those who aren't Swifters, apparently I might be the only Swifter here, but still, I don't care. Big up Taylor Swift all day, every day. Her last album, been listening to that a few times. Quality album. Couldn't be Kanye went on stage and interrupted her crowning moment to say that Beyonce should have gotten awards. For real. And even Beyonce was shocked. Beyonce was just there like, what? Why you bring my name into this? Leave me out of this, Kanye. Leave me out of this or bring me into this. And look, big up Beyonce as well. You know, I ain't trying to knock Beyonce. I mean, Beyonce is one of my favorites as well, but come on, man. And there was another one he did as well, where he interrupted another artist. I don't remember which artist it was. It was a European band, which really does narrow it down, doesn't it? I know. But he interrupted his band who won something like Best Video Award. And he interrupted him saying that, oh yeah, my video was so much better. I had Pamela Anderson in my video. This is, I guess, we'll run about the time when, was it Gold Digger? I can't remember the video that he has with where Pamela Anderson's in the video. It might not be Gold Digger actually. I think it might be before. Anyway, it was that video, and he was like, "Yeah, my video's so much better. I had Pamela Anderson in my video, blah blah blah." And then, as if that wasn't bad enough, interrupting these guys while they're trying to accept their award, he goes to say that he never saw their video. So he interrupted the show, interrupted their moment to say that his video was better and he should have won, and he hadn't even watched their video. Bruh. Kanye has been on a mad one. Kanye has been a mad one. Yeah, there's got to be a video out there on YouTube. Kanye West's wildest comments. There's just so many. There's somebody's put that video compilation together already, I'm sure. Somebody's put that video out there. Kanye West's wildest comments. Oh man. Oh man, excuse me. Excuse me. In future, Kanye ever gets invited to another awards ceremony, they should sedate him heavily prior to the show. For real, man. For real. Or at least put him in like one of those like sky boxes. Yeah, put him in a sky box and lock the door. Tell him, oh yeah, we got you the sky box. You're gonna have the best seats in the house. Like Kanye be like, oh nice, cool. And he gets in the room, just lock the door. Just lock the door. And make sure it's one of those glass windows where you can't hear nothing through it. You know, you're just banging on the window, you can't hear nothing. You just see him just doing it, but you can't hear nothing. That's why you just lock him in there. Soundproof, exactly. Mr. West, or whatever. I'm trying to think of some other wild stuff he's done. He's done so many. There's been so many. That was it George Clinton. No, not George Clinton. George Clinton's a singer. What am I talking about? George Bush. That was it. When he said George Bush don't care about black people. Remember that one? Set with Mike Myers. Talking about, I think it was Hurricane Katrina. And then all of a sudden, George Bush don't care about black people. And it's like, Mike Myers is there like, what, wait, that is not in the script. That's not in the script. What else did he do? He was, okay, Katrina came there, my state. Truth is, there's parts of America that still don't have clean running water though, so that's gotta be addressed. Yeah, there's you know, one second, let me that's all the new stuff coming up. Yeah, but really messed up New Orleans, but this area northwest Louisiana didn't get much damage at all. Yeah, glad you guys are okay, but some other parts got hit hard, man. Oh wait, didn't Kanye West pull out that song where in the video it had like a representation, like a lookalike or whatever it was of Pete Davidson getting kidnapped and killed or something? I didn't actually see the video, but I just remember hearing about it. It was like on his last album or whatever. I wasn't paying much attention to him, but I remember hearing about something like that. He put out some song where in the video there's like a lookalike or some kind of representation of Pete Davidson, and he's getting like kidnapped or killed. It's like, bruh, leave this man alone. Yeah, that storm and hurricane meets, it came through here too. Ugh. Kanye. Well, whatever he's on, whatever he's planning, hopefully it's something where we could all say at the end, oh wow, that was amazing, that's genius, that is, maybe, but I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. I might be giving the benefit of the doubt too much, but probably not. My light, by the way. But yeah. Kanye West. Anyway. Oh. Win 5 games as Kiriko, and I've done 3 already. Cool. Do you think Kanye buffoonery and off-the-wall antics reflects badly on black people as a whole? I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, I think there's always going to be people out there who would use any kind of, you know, prominent black figure or, you know, any famous black figure that does some wildness and say, yeah, they're all like that. There's always going to be people who say that sort of stuff, right? You can't help that. It's just the unfortunate facts of life. Some people are super ignorant. But no, I feel like any reasonably minded person isn't looking at Kanye West as a representation of black people, or even black people in America for that matter. I feel like most, my guess would be most, not even, I don't even want to say common sense, but just anybody who's not, you know, just some ignorant fool. Like, if you're the type of person who already doesn't like black people for whatever reason, then yeah, you're probably going to be like, oh yeah, see, they're all like that, they're all this, they all hate, blah, blah, blah. You know, you're probably going to say, matter of fact, I'll say if you're the type of person who hates black people, you're probably on Kanye West's side right now, actually, come to think about it. I feel like any kind of racist people out there, they're probably on Kanye West's side right now. But yeah, I doubt too many people are really looking at Kanye as a representation of black folk. At least I hope that anyway, because bruh. Let's say it's first day today. Okay. Wait, today. So wait, that means it's happened already or happening? Because I mean, you're what? I think you're about 8 hours behind. So it's gonna be what, afternoon for you guys right now? Or is it later in the evening for you? I mean, is it happening? Is it gonna happen later in the evening for you? But yeah, I don't think that his buffoonery. I like that word, by the way, buffoonery. I don't think that reflects on black people in any kind of way. I feel like anytime things happen, like I know it's kind of one of these things where when you see a black person do something really well, really cool, you know, you hear people say, yeah, you know, black magic, or, you know, not black magic, black girl magic, or black is this, black is beauty. You know, you hear people say stuff like that, and usually from black folks saying stuff like that. And I always kind of felt like, as much as it's cool to big people up when they do cool things, equating that to black people always felt to me like a bad idea, because if that's true, then the opposite is also true. You know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna say anytime a black person has a good thing, that's a reflection on all black people, then it's just then the opposite is true for when a black person has a bad thing. And I don't think like, I don't want to think about it like that. And I feel like, again, like most reasonably minded people generally don't. But you do see this sort of thing where people be like, oh yeah, you know, this is, you know, black people are this, black people are that. And it's like, people are what they need to be in the moment they need to be it. And that's not always going to be a good thing. That's always going to be a thing that you agree with. People are who they are. Black, white, whatever. Some people are going to do bad things. You know, some people are going to do good things. You know, we talked about, you know, slavery a little while ago. You know, Kanye was comments on slavery. And it's like, at that time, there were black people who were actively working against others because they were being offered, you know, a better bed to sleep in, or, you know, better foods to eat, or, you know, they get to be in a house, and because of that they were turned against the others. That happened. Is that reflection on black folk? No, of course not. But then the opposite is true. Not everything good is reflection on people. It's just a reflection on who that individual is. You know, good things a person does is a reflection on them. Bad things a person does is a reflection on them. So yeah, I tried to look at these things and be like, yeah, it seems cool when it's something good happening, but I feel like when you walk down that road, you have to accept the fact that if good things a individual black person does, if you're going to hold that up and use it as a representation of black people, then the opposite is true. And nah. So yeah, big up people when they do things good, of course. I ain't saying that. Big them up, you know, support that, of course. But let's be clear on what it is. That individual did something good. It's not reflection on people who just happen to share the same color. It's reflection on that person as an individual. It's happening today, right now. I think opening hours around 11 a.m. to 12. Okay. One of my barbers told me a couple of years ago when he was growing up, there was College Day at the fair. He's an older cat. Times are changing, man. Times are changing. Yeah, house Negroes were flunkies for Massa, and they were allowed in the big house. Yeah. Yeah. But it's part of the history, though, isn't it? You know, it's part of the history. It's part of what happened. And I think if we're going to talk about these things, any kind of historical events, then we need to talk about it openly and honestly. And that includes all the awkward bits that people don't really want to talk because it makes them look bad. It, you know, includes that as well. You know, not everybody was a good person. Whether, and that includes the black guys at the time as well. You know, everybody was a bad person, and that includes some of the white guys at the time as well. You know, these things are never just that simple as to say these guys were bad, these guys were good. It's very rarely that simple. And I think like the way we've talked about historical events, in particular slavery, has been somewhat oversimplified. And Kanye West's comment was a massive oversimplification. And I don't even know if you could call it oversimplification. It was just flat out wrong. Just flat out wrong. Yeah, I've been learned some interesting history about Black American history over there in the UK. Oh, and what, pray tell, did you learn, Mr. Spiver? What's the time, by the way? Okay, cool. Win 5 games as Sojourn. I ain't trying to do that. Win an elimination game. Win a CTF game. Win a free-for-all deathmatch game. Bruh. Some of these challenges are not happening. At all. Certainly not anytime soon. America. I can't get this. Yeah, I think I need to play this game a whole lot more than I do to have any chance of getting any of these cool skins. I don't play this game nowhere near enough for some of these. I mean, look at this. Level 30, 40, 50. Bloody hell, I'm not getting to level 80. You know, like, that's not happening. Not in the time that I play. I don't have that much time to play this game to get to level 80. Like, bro, that is not happening. That is not happening. Oof. But yeah, man, it is about almost 20 past 20 past 11 right now. Yeah. I think it's time I start winding down. I want to try and be up early tomorrow. Gonna try and be up mad early if I can. We'll see how successful that is. I could get some sticks for my you can't see it from me. I don't want to move her just yet because it's a bit fragile right now, but I need to get some support sticks for Brenda. I was just getting warmed up there. Wow. Should be back streaming again on Monday. I might be able to fit in a stream before then. We'll see. You know, a live stream from the car. That might be possible. That might be possible. I can't promise that because, of course, it depends on where I am and the time. Blah, 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 blah. But it might be possible to do a live stream from the car. Hopefully, actually, I'll be seeing Black Adam this Sunday. I booked a ticket for the cinema this Sunday. I had to book it for the evening though because I want to do some stuff in the morning. So I'll better see it this Sunday and not fall asleep during the show. I've heard it's not very good. But I do want to see it anyway. I want to see it anyway because I like comic book movies. I've not been to the cinema for a long time. It's The Rock. The Rock's movies tend to be like they get a lot of hype and then you watch them and they're kind of like, yeah, but it's The Rock. I like The Rock. I like The Rock more than I like The Rock's movies when it comes down to it. But, well, most of his movies anyway. Most of his movies are just meh, but I do like The Rock. He seems like a cool dude. So yeah, hopefully I'll be seeing that this Sunday. During World War II, when black troops were over in England, they still was dealing with ish from their American white comrades. They didn't want the white Brits to serve them. They didn't want the white Brits to serve them. Okay, well, do you mean serve them like food? Like at a restaurant or something? Or you mean serve it in the army? I might be a bit confused on that. I'm sorry. But yeah, should be hopefully seeing that this Sunday. And then, but yeah, if I can't get a live stream from the car in between now and then yeah, it should be able to stream on Monday for movie night, and then hopefully little Jacob's still warm, still warm, and we could maybe talk a little bit more about Yay or whatever other madness has been happening in between now and then, and of course the movie Terrifier, watching Terrifier, so we could talk about that too. Actually, let me show you something real quick. So I wrote down Terrifier, and this is what you call a brain fart moment, because I was wrote down to I have a board here which I write stuff down to remind me of things, and I wrote Terrifier as a way of reminding me of, you know, the movie, right, that we're gonna watch on Monday. But this is what you call a brain fart moment, because look how I spelled Terrifier. I know how to spell Terrifier, by the way. I actually do know how to spell it. But for some reason, this came out when I was trying to write it down. I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I wrote Terrifier that way. And I'm like, I actually do know how to spell Terrifier. I do know how to spell Terrifier, but for some reason, that came out. But yeah, that's what you call a brain fart moment. Brax, have you ever heard that a lot of white folks in America secretly Stephen heirs from lynchings? I haven't heard that, but I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. People were mad back then. There's some sickos back then, bringing their kids along to watch it and all sorts. You know, having picnics and making a whole day of it. So yeah, I would not be surprised. That sounds exactly like what would have happened. So one day the Brits pull up a blacks only pub full of black American troops, and then a gunfight broke out. A military base between American blacks and white troops. Shit, you know, they don't want them to serve them. Okay, drinks or anything else. Were trying to share their racist views to the British whites. I see. Imagine how macabre that is to have body parts of someone just executed. Yeah, imagine bringing your kids to a ghastly event like that. Yeah. It's just sick times, man. But yeah, I can believe that's exactly what happened. People took parts, probably took pictures, you know, put them in jars or whatever, and had them on the shelf. Probably had them on like in their shelf in their living room. So when people come round, it'd be like all these parts on display, like how, you know, type of thing where you might put a trophy that your kid won at Little League or whatever. You know, you'd have it next to somebody's body parts as some kind of souvenir trophy. You know, they probably had it like that. And my guess would be there's some places, some people that probably still have them. You know, maybe not on their shelves for everybody to see, but they probably still have them. You know, in some basement, locked away somewhere. You know, stuff from grandma's time or whatever, or grandpa's time. They know what's in those treasure chests. They know. Yeah, lynchings out on the outskirts of town did happen, but for the most part, it was made public. Body parts were sold and auctioned, and like Nat Turner. Oof. There's some of those kids who witnessed that are still alive now, and some old people. Some, yeah. I mean, you're talking about what, the 40s, 50s, right? So, they'd be what, 70, 80 by now, give or take. They might not. Maybe they're senile and don't remember much. Maybe they remember everything. Yeah. Massacres burning during the 1900s to the 1930s. There's unknown graveyards in people's backyards. Yeah. Yeah, strange fruit days. Ugh. No, there's definitely some horrible history that this planet has, and as horrible as it is, as uncomfortable as it is, yeah, I'm in favor of teaching the whole truth when it comes to history, not sugarcoating it, not making this side look okay, not making things not as bad as it sounds, not making things not as bad as they were. I'm in favor of teaching the whole truth, the whole uncomfortable, ugly truth, all of it, you know. And I get it that certain facts of history are difficult to know now because records weren't always that great since certain things were destroyed. But as much as you can find the real truth of what happened, I'm in favor of teaching that. Turns flesh was used into shoes and other parts were into exo grease. Oh, that is awful, man. That is awful. People did that. People did that. Alright. But guys, on that sad note, yeah, this is where I'm going to start winding down. But yeah, maybe talk a little bit more in the next stream. So I don't ever want it to be known at, oh, not too much. Yeah, needs to be known, man. It needs to be known. The truth will set you free. Yeah. But you have been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. Should hopefully be streaming again next on Monday, or possibly before then from the car. Do a live stream from the car if I can, but if not, then Monday for the movie night watching Terrifier. Political views are conservative too, but I know the bull on that morbid. No, indeed. A conservative or liberal, as long as we're not shying away from the truth, that's what it comes down to. I mean, whatever your political views are, religious views are, social views are, as long as we're not shying away from the truth and understand that what people say and what people do are not always the same thing. And when people align themselves with a particular viewpoint as an identity, that's not always a good thing. In fact, it very rarely is. So sometimes it's about saying, okay, you might have certain views, but you understand that just because another person shares those views doesn't mean that they're you know what I mean? That doesn't mean it's all good. You know, sometimes people want to defend another person because they're on their side. No, it's not about that. It's like you gotta speak the truth, and sometimes the truth is, hey, this has actually happened. Let's not spoil that much, man. Walker. But yeah, guys, big up to you, man. Big up you, man, all day, every day, and until whenever, if ever, peace.